One thing I like about our Nigerian stew is that you can never go wrong with it when it comes to eating it with several things. You can eat it with rice, bread, beans, yam, swallow, whatever it is. And that is why today I want to teach you how to make this Nigerian beef stew. Super easy to make and so versatile. You can use it for so many things. Hello my lovely show, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my channel, you're very welcome. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. This is the place to be. All right, let's do this together. So this is how I make mine. The first thing I do is to wash all my, I'll be making use of Tatashe, fresh tomatoes, fresh pepper and onions. I'm going to boil all of this together. Now the idea is whenever I boil them like this before I use for my stew, it makes my stew thick and it takes away that tanginess that comes with tomatoes. So that is how we're going to be making ours today. So I've added everything, I've washed them thoroughly, I've removed the seeds from the Tatashe. I just sprinkled some water. The tomato will still bring out some water while it's on fire, but I just sprinkled a little water on it so that it can help it before it start bringing out its own water. I'll cover it and allow that to boil. Okay, so while that is boiling, we're going to prepare our beef. I have washed my beef and I have added it into the pot. Please wash your beef thoroughly, and then I'll be spicing my beef. I'll be using some garlic powder, I'll be making use of some oregano, I'll be making use of some stock cube, paprika. I like adding Suya spice to my own, and then this multi-purpose spice. This is not a paid ad, but this Chef Bass multi-purpose spice takes my stew to the next level, so I don't joke with this. If you have it or you can find it, you can get it. It helps your stew, takes your stew to the next level. And then I'm going to spice all of this together, and the thing I'm going to do now is to mix them all up together, stir them, and make sure that everything is properly combined, and then I'll put it on fire. It's ready to be boiled. Now if you want to marinate, you can keep this for a while, but there's no need. I'm starting off immediately. All right, so my meat is on fire now. I've added some chopped onions to it. I'm just going to cover it. You know, the meat will always bring out its own water now. Okay, all right, so while the meat is boiling, our tomato is ready. You can see I told you that tomato will still bring out some more water. Okay, so right now it's ready. I'm just going to bring it out and we're going to blend this. Okay, so I'm going to just start removing the tomato. You see the way I'm bringing it out so that I don't scoop that water that the tomato has already brought out. Okay, so it's just gradually, don't be in a hurry. If you have a sieve, you can just sieve it out, throw away the water and then take the tomato. But I just want to do it this way to show you how I do mine. Okay, this is the water that came out of it, so this, we don't need this, we'll just discard it, and then we're going to just blend all of this together. After blending this, you're going to see a very thick paste. That is why I love boiling my tomatoes before blending. Look at it now, super thick. Tell me now why your stew will not come out nice. So I'm just going to set that aside after blending because it's hot. Let it just be aside, and then we'll go back to our beef. The beef is ready now, and then I'm just going to stir it. I'm going to add a little water because I want to beef up the stock for the that I'm going to be using for the stew. So I'm going to add a little more water, cover the beef, allow it to boil for another 5 minutes before it's ready to be fried. Okay, so after about 5 minutes later, I told you our beef is ready. I'm just going to sieve it out of the water and then keep the stock. We'll be using the stock later to make the stew. So in my pot I have added my vegetable oil, and we're going to fry our beef first. Okay, if you're not one to like fried beef, you can make the stew without frying the beef. You can just do it directly, but I love frying my beef, even though I don't fry my beef very dry. If you like a very dry beef, you can fry it longer, but I just fry my beef for like once I put it in the oil, I allow it to stay for like 5 to 7 minutes, and I just bring it out. I don't like that very dry beef. Okay, I don't have teeth. All right, so I've finished frying. It's ready now. I'm just going to take it out of the fryer. Okay, and if you've watched this extent and you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. You know this is the place to be. I don't need to tell you, this is the in place. I bring you amazing recipe. Please help me, let's grow together. Without you, there cannot be me. Thank you so much. All right, so I've finished bringing out the meat from the fire, and then we're moving straight to making the stew. I just added some minced onions to this. This oil I'm using, I've checked my tomato and I've seen that it will be enough. If you feel it's going to be too much for the tomato you have, you can reduce the oil. If you feel it's going to be, the oil that I use to fry the meat is small, you can add more oil. Okay, so I've added the tomato we blended, rinsed the blender with some water, added everything. Stir all of this together. I'm going to cover this and allow it to boil. Okay, allow it to boil very, very well. This is about after 10 minutes later. And then if you see it has started boiling. Now let me give you a secret to making stew. when the stew is already getting ready, another way I used to know my stew is getting ready, the oil will start coming up. You start seeing it on the surface of the stew. Right now there's no oil here, so you know that the stew still needs some time to come up. So here I'm adding some nutmeg and curry masala. This is where you spice up your stew, okay? Depending on whatever you want to use, whatever spice works for you. You can add some chicken stock, you can add some chicken cubes, anything that works for you. But I'm just making use of nutmeg, curry masala, and some stock cube, okay? Together with the meat stock I got while boiling the meat, and I feel it's okay for me. And if you notice, the stew is gradually coming together, okay? I added in my beef so that it can boil together with the stew and soak some of those stew into it, so that while you're eating it, it's gonna be, yummy. So I've stirred all of this together and I'm just going to cover it, okay? And after about 8 minutes, can you see the oil on the surface? Is an indication that your stew is ready, okay? You stir all of this together, guys. This is it. This stew is versatile. You can use it to eat swallow with some okra. You can use it to eat rice. You can use it, whatever it is that works for you, you can use it to eat. And see how I simplified it. It's so simple for you to make. So enter into your kitchen right now and make yours. There's no big deal, right? All right, my lovelies. I served mine with some white rice. That was what my family used to eat ours, okay? Whatever works for you, you can use it to eat yours, okay? And like I always say, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You know I love you guys so much. Till I see you on the next one, take care of yourself. Be good. I love you.